I remember I had a guy come by and he was going to sell me a sign. Because he told me, he said, hey man, you need a sign to go out front. Like if you had this big nice LED sign, everybody driving by here would stop in. Like, man, you would have so much work, you wouldn't know what to do with it. And I was like, man, you're right. You're right. So I remember my office had two rooms in it. And I was talking to him in the front office, and my wife was over in the side room. And I remember walking there, and I was like, hey, babe, what do you think about this? And she was like, do not do this. This guy is shady. I don't trust him. He's trying to rip you off. You don't need this sign. And I'm like, woman, I'm the businessman. You don't know what you're talking about. So I walked in there and I was like, yeah, man, how much? And he's like, $8,000, man, and we'll get it sent to you. And you can pay it out $250 a month. You're good. So I was like, okay, we'll do that. So he fills out the paperwork and he fills in all the lines. You're going to pay this much for this many months and all that. And he was like, man, we don't finance in-house. It's all going to go to a credit company that's going to hold the note. It's like, okay, no problem. So we got it all done and he left, and it was, I think, a day or two later. I started looking at that paperwork and I was like, man, this math don't add up. And when I added up the months and the payment, it was like $14,000. So I called the company and they're like, or actually I called him first, couldn't get a hold of him. So I called his company. They answered and I was like, hey man, this guy told me it's going to be $8,000. It's $14,000. What's up here? I need to talk. And they're like, I don't know. You'd have to talk to him. I was like, well, I can't get a hold of him. Well, the line goes silent. After a few minutes, they're like, yeah, we can't get a hold of him either. We don't know where he's at. I'm like, do what? They're like, yeah, you're going to have to call the finance company. We don't finance in-house. I was like, yeah, he told me. So I called them, and they were a legit finance company, and they was like, man, this is just what you owe. This is what you signed. So I did end up getting my sign. I way overpaid for it. But I wonder if the hardest part was that my wife was right and I was wrong. Right.